Hi there. I today am going to finish harvesting most of the potatoes that I started this year. Let me show you. So these in this bottom layer of the green stalk here, I am not harvesting yet. You can see there's still lots and lots of green. They're looking a little stressed, but that's just the time of year it is with patches of really high temperatures. They probably need a little bit of water, but these are ones that I started from potatoes that I grew last year and had been sitting in the basement in storage and had grown really long like tendrils off of them. And I thought, let's just see. It's actually the second time that I did this. The first time didn't take, and you can see even this time there's two pockets where it doesn't look like anything took off. This one's a little less vigorous, but there are hopefully potatoes growing there. Those aren't ready. So what we are going to do is finish harvesting. I've already harvested a couple of 3-4 tiers of the potatoes that I started from seed that I bought from Gurney's. And for the most part, they did really well. You can see the plants got very big, very vigorous. Let me move over here. In fact, some of them still have a decent amount of green on them, but overall, everything's looking pretty done. I will say I did have in some tiers as much as a third of the pockets that did not produce anything. They never produced plants. There were no potatoes. It seemed like when I dug down that the seed potato had just disintegrated. So I don't know if some of the pockets stayed too wet. I'm not sure. For most of these tiers, this is the third year that I've used them for growing potatoes. And I think just from over time, some of the tiers are getting a little maybe warped, for lack of a better word. You can see here, this is one where I've already harvested. I don't know if you can tell, the center hole is not quite in line with the center of the top piece. And I had to work really hard to get this on. And you can see even here, it's not quite hooked in. There it goes. And it's still not lined up. The base here, the tier, I think had gotten kind of stretched. There were some of the potatoes that I pulled out of here that were like huge, like would fit in this, like in my hand if I was holding it like this. So I think just over the past few years, some of these have gotten a little bit out of shape. So I'm hoping leaving them kind of hooked together. If I need to, I might go try to find a metal bar to kind of stick through here and kind of straighten things up. But I think those center posts had gotten shifted a little bit. And that could explain why sometimes the watering seemed to be a little odd. Anyways, that might have contributed to some of the pockets not producing. But today we're going to harvest up these 3 tiers and that tier, and then the majority of my potato harvest will be done. So let me get set up. Basically what I do is I have this little tarp. I'm going to bring a tier over and I just kind of start pulling out the vines, digging around. If I need to, I can tip it over onto the blue tarp, dig around, get the potatoes. I put them in a container to take down for storage, and then I just pick up the tarp with the dirt, put it back in the tier, and no dirt lost. So give me a minute to get set up here, and then I'll show you how that works. All right, so the one I'm going to start with, and the process is going to be the same. So I'll show you a little bit with this one, and then I'll harvest everything off camera, and I'll show you how many we get when we're all done. So these are red Pontiac. I grew 3 kinds this year. Well, sort of 4 kinds, but one didn't hardly do anything. So red Pontiac, Yukon Gold, and then Purple Viking was another variety. They all produce a potato that's kind of like a all-purpose. The red Pontiac is very, very common, as well as the Yukon Gold. Yukon Gold, I think, is the one that supposedly stores the best, the longest. Ooh, why are we getting out of focus? Stores the best, the longest. Purple Viking, I just really like because they produce a potato that is very white and tasty, but kind of interesting. The skin is like kind of a mottled purpley color, but the inside is like a pure white. And it's a good eating potato, good all-purpose. Anyways, one of the things to just be aware of with potatoes, when you grow potatoes, if some of your potatoes kind of erupt out of the soil like this, you want to make sure that you keep them covered with soil. In this case, the watering tray was covering, so these were protected from sunlight. If your potatoes get exposed to sunlight for very long, they will get a greenish tinge. Where that greenish tinge is, your potato has been creating a chemical, and I don't remember what the chemical is called. You can Google it, but that chemical can make a lot of people sick to their stomach. I don't think it's necessarily deadly. Again, do your own research. I'm not an expert in that. I just know that you don't want to eat the part of the potato that has any kind of a greenish tinge, because it could very easily make you have a very upset stomach. The other thing you want to be aware of when you're harvesting is you want to be very gentle. The potato skins are still very, very tender. This is why they would be called new potatoes when you harvest them young and kind of small like this, and the skin is very thin. So that's why once I get these harvested, I'm going to take them and put them someplace where I've got a fan blowing on them and let them get completely dry. Any little bits of dirt that don't just easily come off kind of doing this will dry up and then be able to be brushed off. You don't want masses of big clumps of wet dirt, which I'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, so once they're cured, what that means is the skin has hardened, and then they should be able to store for potentially months in a appropriately climate controlled space. You can see this one, that might have started to turn a little bit green. I can't tell. So anyways, if it is, what I would do when I peel this, if I was going to be using it to eat, I would cut off anything that was green. All right, so back to if there are big chunks of wet soil, that's something you want to avoid. So I have not been watering these containers for the last several days with the hopes that the soil would dry out and get very fluffy and dry, and therefore just come right off the potatoes as I'm picking them out of the potting mix. That's the most ideal. If you have to harvest and the soil is damp, just do the best you can to get gently anything off of the potato that is big clumps, because if you cure it when there's big clumps of, let's say this was really like muddy soil in a big clump here, you're potentially making a space where mold and rot could develop. So you want to avoid that. So get the muddy off, but being as gentle as you can. Otherwise, you're taking off skin, and then your potato's not going to store very well. Anyways, that's what we do. I'm going to pull out the vines. Let me show you pulling out the vine. Potatoes that I grow tend to grow where the vines, where those roots are. So I'm going to pull those out. Sometimes they'll bring some potatoes with them. This is why we use the tarp. All this potting mix will be able to just put back in. Sorry, getting the dirt off my phone there. Hang on. And then I will just dig around in here with my hand, looking for potatoes. So far, nothing terribly large, but this is what I'm going to do, is just dig around in here. Oh, this one feels good. Ooh, that's a better size. Okay, so there we go. And I'll just gently brush off what I can. Put things that once I get them as clean as I can with a gentle little brush like that, then these go in my little container thing here to get them down to the basement storage. And that's it. That's the process. Pull the vines out, dig out the potatoes, get off whatever dirt you can gently, and then put them in your storage to work on curing. All right, I'll be back once I get everything harvested. All right, so here's what I ended up being able to harvest out of those several tiers of, or layers of the green stalk. And I did learn a lesson. So these all came from one tier. Excellent production from 6 seed potatoes. Got lots of potatoes. Lots of them are nice and large. There are a few little ones, but that's usually to be expected. Here, this came from, now I can't remember, I think 3 levels, and this is all I got. And what I have determined is I used soil for at least half of what I put in those tiers, that is, or close to half, that is really meant for like my raised beds. So it's something I get from a nursery. It's a mix of sand, topsoil, and compost. It's great in the raised beds because it's a little more like being in the ground. And it's a, like a big rectangular space that is at least 20 inches deep. These are in just basically a circular space and really needs to be like a very high percentage potting mix. The garden soil mix was definitely compacted and pretty hard to get my hand through once I got more than about a couple inches below the surface. And I'm sure that that's why I did not get very many potatoes out of these, although I did get some rather large ones. There are also several of this variety that have kind of a split in them. I don't know if that was inconsistent watering. I need to do some research to see what would cause potatoes to do this. But in all, this plus what I already harvested, I'm not too unhappy with my potato harvest, but I do definitely think I need to revise what I have got in the mix so that I get more like this for every level as opposed to this for several levels. So that's it for my potato harvest this year. Thanks for joining me here in Aunt Susan's garden.